X96, Corey O'Brien here at the Warped Tour today, broadcasting live, and if a band's swinging by all day long to hang out in our, I don't know if you'd call this a lounge, just a tent with leather couches really, but we're here today with Shut Up and Deal. Why don't we go down the line and quick introduce yourselves and I guess your weapon of choice.
I'm Walt, I play bass.
My name's John, I sing and play guitar.
I'm Joe, and I sing.
I'm Jonathan, I play guitar and sing.
I'm Bert, play drums.
And the last two voices there, I don't know if you recognize the voices, but you may recognize the band they were in before. They're actually in the band Murray, so but the rest of you guys are from Connecticut, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So how did this all come about? Wait, who's the spokesperson for the band? I'll go. You'll be the volunteer. Okay. So then, how did you guys end up getting together?
I was actually introduced to these guys by a mutual friend that we share in Salt Lake City. We needed a new drummer and a new guitar player, and we were actually looking to relocate out west anyway. So
it wasn't like a Craigslist band hookup thing or anything like that?
No, we used Adult Friend Finder for a little while, and that got a little creepy.
Classmates doesn't get it done, so that's going to work so well.
No.
So counters column.
Bandmate seeking 4 other band members for road. No, never mind. For road trip. So how long have you been together?
I'd say the current lineup probably, I guess, since like the end of last year. So going on 7 months, 7-8 months now, I'd say. But yeah, this is our first tour as this lineup all together, and I'd say it's been really solid actually.
So any plans to tour after the Warped Tour is done, or anything like that? What happens after this?
Yeah, we're actually going to try and write and record some new music, and if the right tour presents itself, then we're definitely going to take it. So it's kind of up in the air right now, but definitely we're going to have new music coming out. And that's our plan so far.
So you guys just recording and writing all the time then? And did you find like inspiration for songs on the road during this, or any surprises of, misadventures during the Warped Tour? I imagine there's a few here and there.
Yeah, you definitely find a lot of inspiration out here. A lot of inspiration from other bands, new music, just experiences, things you deal with, things you go through, and just kind of changing a little bit. You get a little bit of a different perspective, especially with all new members in the band. It's a whole different lineup, whole different game, and we're really looking forward to all writing a new record with each other because there's a lot of talent here. These dudes coming from Murray and everything that they did, all their music and their ability. We can't wait to bring that into Shut Up and Deal.
Cool. And being new on the Warped Tour, is there any? I hear stories like new bands on the Warped Tour. You kind of end up maybe as the grunts a bit of the show. Do you find any of that?
We're definitely the underdog band on the tour, but at the same time, we played a couple weeks worth of dates last year and the year before, actually, so we kind of knew what we were getting into with Warped Tour, and, it's notoriously brutal, but as far as, just bands knowing who each other are and respecting each other, and we're kind of all out here for the same, cause, and it seems to be pretty easy going between all the bands, I think.
And anybody you're looking forward to see? You guys go on at what time again?
4:40.
They're on at 4:40, so come on out and check them out, of course. And any bands you've met or seen or looked up to, or just new bands you've been introduced to while on tour?
My personal favorite is probably Terrible Things. That's probably a lot of our favorites, actually. Terrible Things. I know these guys have some other favorites as well, though, for sure. Like Greaves, Bad Rabbits. I know you guys are way into them. Those guys are awesome, though.
Awesome bands out here. I thought it was great to get to meet and play with Simple Plan. That's a band that I looked up to for a long time. I was 15 when they came out, and that was my whole world. So being out on a tour with those guys was quite interesting, and it was awesome. They were unbelievable dudes. They were really cool to us, and they had nothing but good things to say about us. They actually tweeted about us a couple times, saying some good things, and that was awesome.
That's always nice, little recognition from your fellow artist. And then, so growing up, going to the Warped Tour, any Warped Tour memories stand out of earlier Warped Tours or performances you've seen years past?
Dude, I actually remember Unwritten Law. They were on Warped Tour in, I think, 1999 I came out, and that was my all-time favorite band, and I actually got to tour with them the past 3 weeks. So that's been pretty incredible.
Wow.
Actually, being able to tour with your favorite band that got you introduced to Warped Tour. So that was kind of cool for me.
So cool. Any memories for you?
I was gonna say I first saw Unwritten Law at a big ass show in 1999, and then when Murray got to play the big ass show in 2009, it was with those dudes. So we kind of have a lot of past history us too with that band. Those guys were really cool. But like Walt said, Bad Rabbits, Greaves with Budo, and Terrible Things. We also had the opportunity to share the stage with a lot of cool bands that a lot of people may not have heard of, like The Exposed from the UK, who are an awesome punk rock band. They do what they do amazingly. Also Sick of Sarah, The Dance Party, Menzingers, River City Extension, like so many names we could tell you guys to check out. But
If people are unfamiliar with the Kevin Says stage, you got to check it out because it's where Kevin puts all the up-and-comers, all the bands that he believes in. He's been running this tour successfully for 17 years, and some of the biggest bands have had their break on this tour. And you don't want to be the last one to hear about it. Hear about it from your friends. You know, you come out, check out what's on the Kevin Says stage because it's what's going to be on the main stage in 3 years.
So there you have it. All right, guys. Shut up and deal. Thanks for coming by from Salt Lake and Connecticut, we'll say. And Dave, have a great set today. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us for a bit.
Thanks for having us.